विज्ञानशलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita chapter 5 entitled The Activities of Sakshi Gopal. So we are going to see this particular section. I think it is having 48 verses. Old Brahmana's daughter will be given in marriage to the young Brahmana, given a condition: if Gopal comes as the witness. So this is the section that we will try to discuss today. So it's a storyline. Let's relish the storyline and try to be as Gauranga conscious as possible. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Rusa Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Rusa Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So this was elderly Brahmana who became quite helpless, and after he was helpless, this Brahmana could only offer prayers to Gopal. My dear Lord Gopal, I have taken shelter of your lotus feet, and therefore I request you to please protect my religious principles from disturbance. At the same time, save my kinsmen from. He didn't want his relatives to die. At the same time, he didn't want Dharma to die. To protect both. So with this prayer, so now let us go ahead. चिनिते लागिना आरदिना लघु विप्रह तारधर आइला. Okay, so in this matter, this old Brahmana kept thinking and praying, but one day, Aradina, Laghu Vipra, that means the younger Brahmana, Tare Ghare Aila, he finally came to his house, Ghar pe aa gaya. He was expecting this. Why? Someday he will definitely come. He will ask, what happened? You had promised me that you will give your daughter in marriage. Uska kya ho gaya? Follow up. Follow up on the promise. Ideally, if you make promise, it is your responsibility to fulfill the promise. But if you are not fulfilling, then you will get follow up. In fact, one of my authorities had told me, if you are being followed up for some service, that means you are not a first class servant. You are not even second class servant. You are Ash. Fill in the blanks. Please tell. शर्माती क्यों हो बताओ. You are. बोलो जोर से. जोर से. Oh, third class servant. If some authority has to come and follow you, that is our provision. It happens to us, right? So that's why we are not developed that service attitude. हसिया परम भक्ति नमस्कार करी विनय करियान कहे कर दुहिड़ी. Parama Bhakti Namaskara Kari. In great devotion, he offered Namaskar to the elder Brahmana. Who? Younger Brahmana. Vinaya Kari. So he requested in great humility, करे कर दूरी दूरी. दोनों हाथ जोड़ के he started requesting. Let's see what he requests. So this is the attitude of a junior in front of senior. He can only request with folded hands. He's helpless. That's our situation. भूमि मोरे कन्या दीते करया चांगीकार एबे किचु नाही कह की तुम विचार. Make it very clear. तुम्ही मोरे कन्या दीते करयाचे अंगीकार. Angikar is promise. You promised me that you're going to give your daughter to me in marriage. Ebe kichu na kaha. Now you're not speaking anything. Now you're not doing anything. What is the thought process? क्या सोच रहे आप? अभी तो कुछ नहीं बोल रहे हैं. क्या सोच रहे? What are you thinking? You have not. You told you do, but you haven't done. What is it? हित सुनी सही विप्र रहे मौन धरी तार पुत्र मारिते अला आते ठेंगा करी. So, Eta Suni, by hearing this, that Vipra Maunadhar, he kept quiet, he could not say anything. Yes, he kept quiet. Tara Putra, Marite Aila Hate Tenga Kari. Beat this younger Brahmana, the older Brahmana's son came with a Tenga. Tenga means stick. So, with that taking the stick, he came to beat him. Let's see what he is saying. अरे आदम मोरा भगनी चाह विवाहिते वामन हया चांदयेन चाहते तरिते. Hey, fallen fellow. Hey, अरे अधम, you are fallen. मोरा भगिनी, मेरी बहन को चाह विवाहिते. You want to marry my sister? It is like Vamana. Vamana means dwarf. Somebody shot. Vamana haya chandayena chaitadari. A dwarf trying to touch the moon. It's like a dwarf trying to touch the moon. A dwarf cannot even touch the top of a tree or to see the moon. That means what it's like trying to say, this is impossible. So what you're trying to think is something is impossible. Hare Krishna devotees, there are many of you with videos of it's requesting devotees, you can probably turn on your videos. It is very encouraging for us. So for a short person to touch the moon is impossibility. That's what he's saying. You marrying my sister, impossible. It's one request for all devotees sitting here physically for the class. Immediately put your phones on silent. Yes. And all calls can be attended after Bhagavatam class. Not attend any calls in Bhagavatam. Short. Here. Others can all wait. Next. आदिती से विप्र पालनया गेला आरदिन ग्रामेर लोक एकत्र करिला. So seeing the stick, this young Brahmana, he ran, palai gela. He ran away from there. He is beating me with stick. So let me run away. And small day, Aradina, Gramer loka ekatra kariala. He collected all the people of the village. Sabko ektra kiya. So somebody that is rightful to you, definitely you have to fight for your rights. Hari Hari. सब लोक बड़ विप्र डाकिया आनिला वेसेला विप्र कधेते. So then as soon as you made all the villagers assemble, that time all of them they said, okay, let us call this elder Brahmana. Older Brahmana बुला के लेके आओ. My voice breaking. पहले बोलने का.
Hare Krishna, बोलो. Again, if it's breaking, please tell. I'll try to chant the holy name. That's the only thing we can do with material technology, right? Yeah. So they called Dakiya in call him. Immediately call the older Brahmana. Tabe se Lagu Vipra kahite lagila. And then the younger Brahmana started speaking as follows. इहा मोरे कन्या दीते करियाचे अंगीकार एबे ये ना देना पूछा इहार व्यवहार. He's telling, इहा मोरे कन्या दीते अंगीकार. He promised me that he's going to give my his daughter in marriage to me. But now ebe ye na dena. So now he is not giving. पूछा, ask him why he is behaving like this. ऐसा क्यों behave कर रहे हैं? पूछिए उनसे. Next. तबे से विप्रेर पूछिला सर्वजन कन्या के नेना देह यदि दियाचे वचन. So then all of them asked, hey, why are you doing like this? So all the people get, if you are promised to give your daughter in charity, why you are not fulfilling your kanya kene na deya yadi diyache vachan diya na. So the kanya kyun nahi de rahe ho? You have given word. See, those days giving a word had lot of value. Today people give word, and after that when you ask them, they say proof kya hai? Proof kya hai? You have any proof? Is there any WhatsApp message? Is there any mail? Is there some video, CCTV footage? This is only considered proof. Right? Nothing else is considered proof, very unfortunately. Because people have lost. वचन पे पूरा हो गया. तो मैंने वचन दिया है. Those days people give वचन. प्राण जाए पर वचन ना जाए. This is रघुकुल रीति. The life may go, but they will not, forego their promise. But this is Ghor Kali Yuga. People give vachan. People give proof, then they manipulate the proof also. Hare Krishna. विप्र कहे सुन लोक मोरा निवेदन कबे की बलियाची मोरा नाही स्मरण. The senior Brahmana said, Suna Loka Mora Nivedan, please listen to me. I request you to please listen to me in great submission. I am submitting. Kabhi ki boliyachi? What did I speak? When I spoke, Mora Naik Smaran, I don't remember anything. Because this is what was decided, right? The elder Brahmana had nothing wrong in his heart. There was no wrong ill feelings in his heart. But his family members said, if you give our daughter in marriage, we will all drink poison. And some other relatives, they said that we will all, boycott you. हम आपको boycott कर देंगे. हम बातचीत नहीं करेंगे. हमें बिरादरी से तुम्हें निकाल देंगे. आपका घर जला देंगे. Not that much. But they said we will not talk to you. हमसे बात नहीं करेंगे. So they were all very adamant that if you try to give your daughter, to give your daughter to this Brahmana, we'll break all our ties. So that is why he is forced to do this, because this was a plot by that son of the Brahmana, elder Brahmana. He said, okay, ठीक है. आप बस बोलो मुझे कुछ याद नहीं, बाकी मैं संभाल लेता हूँ. Rest I will take care. Now you see what he will do. And that fellow is atheist number one. He had no faith. Yes. Kabhi bona nahi ka smaran? I don't remember. This is another excuse that people give. Said something, you said na like this. Actually, I don't remember. Kaliyug memory, what to do? Yes. Prain alpayusha sabya kalavasmin yuge jana manda asumanda mateo manda bhagya hetu upadrata. This is one of the nature of Kali Yuga people. Prabhuji, कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा है. आप बोला होगा प्रभुजी, लेकिन पता नहीं प्रभुजी, अभी याद नहीं. So that's why nowadays people record everything. You can call people record. Your call is being recorded. You do something, you speak something, we will play the recording and show you. एतशोनी तार पुत्र वाक्य छल पाया प्रगल्भ हैया कहे सम्मुखे आसिया. Listening to this, Tar Putra Vakya Chalapaya. Yes. So Vakya Chal means word jugglery. So his son came, the older Brahmana's son, and Vakya Chalapaya, he just got an opportunity to juggle the words. And Pragalbha Haike Kahe Sammukha Asiya. So he came in the front, Sammukha, and Pragalbha. He was very impudent, very proudly that fellow came in front. Yes, he stood before the assembly and spoke this. Let's see what he speaks. तीर्थयात्राय पितार संगे चिला बहुधन धन देखिए दुष्टेर लाइते हैलमन. Hey, Tirth Yatra. My father went to Tirth Yatra. And when he went to Tirth Yatra, Pitara Sange, this fellow also came with my father. And my father had a lot of money, Bahudana. And this greedy fellow, he saw that there is a lot of money. And he also became very, there's a rope, dushta. This Dushta fellow, he wanted to steal all the money. Yes, that was his intention. And आर के संगे नाही हे संगे कल धुतुरा खाय पापे करिल पागल. See, they both were alone. Yes, आर के संग नाही, there was nobody else. He संग कल, when he was alone one day. So Tutura, he fed him an intoxicant called Tutura. And Kayona Pape Karila Pagal, he made my father mad. Yes. He fed him this intoxication, he made him eat force. And next. Sabadan layak hai, chore laila dhana, kanya dite chayache, thaila vachana. What a cooked up story, right? He's telling that he took all my father's money. Yes, and he told that, "Arey, किसी चोर लेके भाग गया आपका पैसा." He took it, and he's telling that some thief stole your money. Yes, चोरे लाइला धन, चोर लेके चला गया. कन्या दीते चाहिए अच्छे उठेला वच. Yes, and now he's claiming, this liar, this crook, greedy fellow, he's telling that my father promised daughter in charity. ऐसा हमको बोल रहे. तोमरा सकल लोक करह विचारे, मोरा पितार कन्या दीते रोके की हारे. So now after that he's telling, see this thief, this rogue, he's doing all this. Yes. So now you all, तुम्हारा सकल लोक करह विचार, you all think, my dear sirs, you are respectable people. Yes. मोरा पितार कन्या दीते योग्य की हारे. Is this fellow qualified? Who is giving Dhutura, intoxicant, who is stealing all the money? And he's falsely telling, is this fellow qualified to be my brother-in-law? You tell. His fellow immediately, very nicely turned the people. See? Eta suni lokera mane haila samshay, sambhave dhan love loka chade dharma bhaya. So they all got doubt. Eta suni loka hoila samshay. They got some doubt. Somehow it is possible that because of this fellow, this is Brahmana, it looks like Brahmana, but because of Dhanalobha, because of greed for money, Loka Chade Dharma Bhaya, he forgot all religious principles. Everybody, especially, have you heard this word God fearing? Yes, what is the meaning of God fearing? God fearing means before they do something, they will think, hey, they should not displease the God. God will punish me. If I do like this, God will punish me. Similarly, there is Dharma Bhaya also. Religion fearing. If I perform adharma, then I'm fearful some sins may come upon me. So Dharma Bhaya should be there. A person who follows Dharma should have some Dharma Bhaya. So, Hare Krishna. तबे छोटा विप्र कहे सुन महाजान, न्याय जिनी बारे कहे असत्य वचन. See, so he started saying, Sula Mahajan, all great souls, please listen. Just to win this argument. Yes, just to win. Nyaya jini bare. He is giving argument to win the argument. Asatya vachan, he is speaking lies. And sometimes people even do that. In order to win an argument, what to do? Abhi, logically to nahi defeat kar raha, chalo jhoot bolte. Let's plant some lies. এই বিপ্র মোরা সেবায় তুষ্টয়া বেহাইলা, তোরে আমি কন্যা দিবে আপনে কহিলা. See, it is apane kahila. He himself told, I never asked. I never proposed any marriage. He himself told, out of being pleased, Vipar Mora Sevaya Tushte. He was very satisfied and pleased with my service. And Tore Ami Kanya Diva, I will give my daughter to you. Apane kahila. He only told. I did not initiate this conversation. Usne bol. Now next, what he did, what was your reaction? You immediately accepted? No. Tabe mu initiate no shuna dvijavara, tumara kanyar yogya nahi muhimara. So I immediately initiated him. I stopped him. And I reject. No. Please don't do this. शुन द्विजवर एक ग्रेट ब्राह्मणा, तुम्हारा कन्या योग्य नहीं मुली. आई एम नॉट क्वालिफाइड फॉर योर डॉटर. आई टोल्ड दिस ऑल्सो. मैंने इतना भी बोला. कहा तुम्ही पंडित धनी परम कुलीन, कहा मोई दरिद्र मूर्ख नीच कुलहीन. आई ऑल्सो स्पोक दिस डायलॉग. कहा तुम्ही पंडित, यू आर वेरी learned scholar, dhani, you have a lot of wealth, parama kulin, you belong to a higher class, aristocratic brahmana, but I am daridra, I am poverty stricken, murkha, I am not very well learned in shastras, nicha, I belong to lower class of brahman, kulhin, I am nothing in front of you, I am fallen. See what happened then. तबु यही विप्र मोरे कहे बार बार, तोरे कल्या दिलो तुम्ही करह स्वीकार. So that time again and again he insisted, this Brahman. बार बार कहे तोरे कन्या दिलो, I will give my daughter to you only. Yes, मैं आपको बेटी देना चाहता हूँ, तुम्ही कर स्वीकार. You please accept. You accept. So it is he who repeatedly told me and convinced me. Next. तबे आम्ही कहिला सुन महामती, तुम्हार स्त्री पुत्र ज्ञातीर न हवी सम्मती. See, that time I also told this. तबे आम्ही कहिला, that time I told, सुन महामती, all intelligent brahmana, I told him like this, तुम्हार स्त्री पुत्र ज्ञातीर न हवी सम्मति, you will not get the consent. They will never accept. Your wife, your son, your relatives will not accept. They will not give sammati. They will not give permission. They will not agree. Now see this. कन्यादिते नारी बेहबे असत्य वचन, पुनरपि कहे विप्रा करिया यतन. So I told, कन्यादिते नारी बेहबे असत्य वचन. See. So what he's trying to say is, he's telling you will not be able to fulfill your promise, and your promise will become null and void. Yet again and again, punarapi kahe vipra kariya yatan, he again and again with great attention kept, I told you will not be able to keep up your promise. नहीं होगा. बार बार लेकिन ये कहते नहीं होगा होगा होगा, it will happen. कन्या तोरे दिलो दीदा ना करे हजते, आत्म कन्या दिव के बारे निषेधी दे. कन्या मोरा दिलून, I will give my daughter. द्विधा ना करी है चित्ते, don't have द्विधा means don't hesitate, don't have any doubts. Yes, ना करी है चित्ते, don't have any doubts in your mind. I will give my daughter. आत्म कन्या दिव, I will give my daughter. केवा पारे निषेध, who is there who can stop me? Yes, किसी है मत, मेरी बेटी हो, मेरी बेटी में किसी को भी. So that's the argument he's giving. So that's what he told. तबे आम्ही कहिला दृढ करी मन, गोपालेर आगे कह सत्य वचन. I said, okay. Then I spoke with great fixity in my mind. गोपाल आ गए, कह ये सत्य वचन. Can you speak this truth in front of Gopal? Because that was a tradition, as we already discussed before. If somebody had to give a commitment to a marriage, they would commit in front of deity. Yes. Sometimes people even say that, अगर हमारा बेटा हुआ ये हमारी संपत्ति, अगर हमारी बेटी हुई वो तुम्हारी संपत्ति. भगवान के आगे हम प्रॉमिस करें. So people have such kind of promises also they make, right? तबे हूँ गोपालेर आगे ते कहिला, तुम्ही जानई विप्र कन्या मी दिला. Yes, so in front of Gopal. Yes, तबे हूँ गोपालेर आगे ते कहिला. He spoke in front of Gopal. तुम्ही जाना, please understand. हे विप्र कन्या आमी दिला. I will give. Hey Gopal, please know, I will give my daughter to this Brahman. Next. तबे आम्ही गोपाली रे साक्षी करी धरिया, कहिला तारे पदे विनती करिया. So that time I made Gopal as the sakshi to his statement, the witness. Kahila Tarapade Minati Kariya. And with great humility I spoke. I submitted at his lotus feet. And what did I tell to Gopal? I also spoke to Gopal. यदि ये विप्र मोरे ना दिवे कन्यादान साक्षी बोला रे भूतो माय आयो सावधान. So Gopal, if this Brahmana tomorrow is not fulfilling his promise of giving his daughter to my marriage, then Sakshi बोला I will call you as witness. So my आयो सावधान, please kindly be there. You have to be present. आपको आना ही पड़ेगा. यही वाक्य साक्षी मोरा आचे महाजन यार वाक्य सत्य करी माने त्रिभुवन. So thus what he's trying to say, यही वाक्य साक्षी मोरा आचे महाजन. So he is my sakshi. Gopal, it is my sakshi. And यार वाक्य सत्य करी माने त्रिभुवन. And whatever he speaks, the entire universe accepts as truth. So here there is a purport. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. See, although the young Brahmana had many disqualifications. What all he said? I am Daridra, I am Kulahina, I am Murkha. All these disqualifications he gave. Right? But he had one very good qualification, Prabhupada says. What is that? He accepted Krishna as the topmost authority. He accepted the words of Krishna without hesitation, and he had firm faith in Lord's consistency. That means Krishna will definitely protect you. Lord is very consistent. Consistent in what? Consistent in protecting his devotee and his devotee's vows. Yes. Yes. Prahlad Maharaj says, who exactly is the most learned scholar who performs Navadha Bhakti? Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Achanam Mandanam Dasyam, Sakyam Atmanivedanam. Vidhi Pumsarpito Vishnur Bhaktischainava Lakshana, Kriyeta Bhakvatyata Tanmanye Adhitam Uttamam. I consider that person to be the Adhitam. Adhitam means learned. Uttamam, the topmost learned person who performs Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So who performs this Navvidha Bhakti? He is the most learned person. So I want to be the most educated person by performing Navvidha Bhakti. And this is also spoken elsewhere in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Ei Krishna Vade, Sei Bada Chatur. Anyone who is worshipping Krishna is very intelligent. Especially in the age of Kali Yuga. How do we understand somebody is intelligent or fool? Simple. Ask them to chant. If they are chanting, Yajante, Yajna Sankirtana prior, Yajanti. Somebody is not chanting is fool. He is not intelligent. Who's chanting is intelligent. So that is the test of somebody being. So Prahlad Maharaj also says the same thing. So pure devotee is to be considered most learned scholar, the topmost aristocrat, and the richest man in the world. Yes. So as such, this Brahmana, although he stated his disqualification, he is the most aristocratic person. Why is devotee? He is the richest man because he has prema. Yeah? And all good qualities definitely exist in such a devotee. In the preaching work of Krishna consciousness movement, we as the servant of the Supreme, see this Prabhupada's mode. In the preaching work of Krishna consciousness movement, we as the servant of the Supreme Personal Embodied fully believes in the words of Krishna and his servants, that is a big succession. Now this is exactly the secret of Prabhupada's success in preaching. Full faith in Krishna's words. Kaunte prati janehi name bhakta pranashyati. So this kind of staunch faith in Krishna's words is something that is a qualification for a person to preach. See, whenever we need some men, Krishna supplies them. Thus it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Yam ladva chaparam labdam manyate nadikam tata. Actually, if you get mercy of Krishna, you don't need anything else. So we do not need all these things which are the mundane person considers to be material assets. This is Prabhupada's simple faith. Prabhupada says we have no professional source of income, but Krishna supplies money whenever we need it. Whenever you need some men, Krishna supplies them. So everything Krishna supplies. This is consistency of Krishna. This particular thing. Three levels of faith. Believing that Krishna is supreme authority, accepting Krishna's words without hesitation, and having firm faith in Lord's consistency. That means he will consistently supply for his devotee. And anybody engaged in the preaching movement of Lord, he can easily experience this. Krishna sends the men and Krishna sends the money. Krishna gives everything. Really. I've experienced this multiple times. You take risk, Krishna awards. तबे बड़ा विप्रा कहे ए सत्य कथा गोपाल यदि साक्षी देना आपने असीयता तबे ते कन्या दिव अमी जानी है निश्चय तान पुत्र कहे ही बाल बात है. So now Vipra seeing this great opportunity. Bada Vipra, what he said? If this is true, ए सत्य कथा गोपाल यदि साक्षी देना आपने असी दे था. If Gopal agrees to be a witness and he is coming here, tabe kanya divami, that time I'll give my daughter. Jani hai nishchay. In front of everyone he is telling, definitely for sure I'll give my daughter. And the son, atheistic son heard. And he told, hey, bala baat hai yo. Yeah, no problem. We'll give that. He immediately confirmed it. As super soul within the heart of all living entities, Krishna knows everyone's desires, everyone's requests, and everyone's prayer. Wow! Desire, request, and prayers. DRP. Krishna knows everything. Although these may be contradictory, the Lord has to create a situation in which everybody will be pleased. This is an instance of a marriage negotiation between an elder and youthful Brahmana. The elderly Brahmana was certainly willing to give his daughter in charity to the young Brahmana, but his sons and relatives became impediments. The elderly Brahmana was considering how to get out of this situation and still offer his daughter to young Brahmana. His son, an atheist and very cunning fellow, was thinking how to stop the marriage. The father and son were thinking in a contradictory way, yet Krishna created a situation wherein they agreed. Amazing, right? बाप को देना था लेकिन कैसे तू सोच रहा था, बेटे को नहीं देना था. So Krishna actually gave intelligence to this Brahmana to say something, and now the Brahmana, abhi ye ho gaya, to theek hai. Because the atheist son never believed Gopal will come. Gopal thodi hai, he is deity. He is a statue, how can he come? So this is the beauty of Lord's, we can call this particular quality of Lord as a Lord's ability to resolve the contradictions. How he will get everything together. Resolving all contradictions. बड़ा विप्रेर मने कृष्ण बड़ा दयावान अवश्य मोर वाक्य ते हो करिवे प्रमाण. So in mind, this elderly Brahmana thought Krishna bada dayavan. Krishna is very merciful. Avashya mora vakya te ho karibe praman. He will definitely prove me right. Putri ramani pratimana asibe sakshi dite. Ekte dui jana haila sammate. How they both agreed? Is a son. Gopal, elderly Brahmana said definitely Gopal will come. He had that proof, he had that complete faith that Gopal will definitely come as witness. He is a person, right? He will definitely come as witness. But the Putra, son, atheistic fellow, how can a statue come? How can a statue come to give witness? He also agreed. So thus both father and son agreed. छोटा विप्र बले पत्र करह लिखन पुनः येना नाही चले ये सब वचन. So this younger Brahmana said, Patra, now please write. Patra karah likhan, please write this. इसलिए एक बार दूध का जला कैसा होता है, अभी प्रूफ नहीं है, चलो अभी नेक्स्ट टाइम सब लिख के रखेंगे. इस दिन नहीं, हाँ सब मेल करेंगे, लिख के रखेंगे, मेल करेंगे हम लोग, और कुछ नहीं करेंगे. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. So next time write. So next time these fellows cannot change their word. Write it down. Write it down. तभी सब लोक मेले पत्र ताली किला दुहार सम्मतिला या मध्यस्थ राखिला. So one of them became mediator. They all became mediators, and they both of them तभी से लोक मेली पत्र ताला खिला. So they wrote. They wrote in that particular patra and दोबारा सम्मति लिया, दोनों का सम्मति ले लिया and they served as mediators. Now next. तवे छोटा विप्र कहे सुन सर्वजन, ए विप्र सत्यवाक्य धर्म परायण. See now this younger Brahmana, he reveals his conscience. Suna sarvajan, please all of you listen. E Vipra, this elderly Brahmana, Satyavakya Dharma Para, he will not speak lies. He is Dharma Parayan, he is dedicated to Dharma. So that means the younger Brahmana never misunderstood the elder Brahmana. Swavakya chadite iha nahi kabhu mana, swajana mrityu bahe kahe asatya vachana. Please understand that he never had any intention to go back on his words. Nahin. Swavakya chadite iha nahi kabhu mana. He never had that intention really. Swajana mrityu bahe. He is fearful that if he fulfills his promise, then his relatives will die. Mrityu bahe kahe asatya vachana. That is why he is speaking lies. So here, if you see the attitude of the younger Brahmana, he is trying to protect the position of these elder Brahmanas. Because he knows he is Vaishnava. And tomorrow if something wrong happens, others should not offend. He is trying to protect his position. So he is speaking like this because his relatives, yes, his relatives are the problem. That is why he is speaking like this. Otherwise, he is very good. They have served so much together. He served him. He knows the master. Ihar punya Krishna ane sakshi bolaiba, tabe ei vipra satya pratigya rakhiba. Yes, so he is only told. Ultimately, the solution to get Gopal as sakshi, who told? Elder Brahma. So because of his piety, इनके भक्ति के कारण जो है आनी साक्षी बोलाइबा. When I call Gopal as sakshi, will come because of his devotion. तबे विप्र सत्य प्रतिज्ञा रखे. That time the Vipra will actually keep up to his pratigna promise. Now you see there are some two classes of people. There are bhaktas and there are atheists. Atheists are always there. Etta suni nastika loko upahasa kare keha bale Ishwara dayalu astite pare. So here Etta suni nastik loko upahas kare. The atheistic fellows, they started laughing. Immediately started. And after all, Lord is merciful. He said, Lord is Dayavan bol rahe. If he likes, he can come. Are Bhagwan aayega. Kya baat kar rahe? Like that, they started making fun. Now you see, सबका मुंह बोलती बंद होने वाला है. तबे से ही छोटा विप्र गेला वृंदावन दंडवती कर कहे सब विवरण. So that time, this Chota, small Vipra, he goes to Vrindavan, he offers his obeisances to Lord and then speaks everything. He speaks all vachan to the Lord. Brahmanya deva tumi bada dayamoy, duvi viprera dharma rakha haya sadai. So you are Brahmanya deva. Brahmanya deva means O Lord of Brahmanical culture. To me, bada dayama, you are very, very merciful. Duvi viprera dharma rakha haya sadai. Please be merciful on both of us and help both of us protect our own dharmas. हम दोनों को अपना धर्म पालन करने दीजिए. कन्या पाप मोर मने इहा नहीं सुख ब्राह्मणेर प्रतिज्ञायाय एई बड़ दुख. See, I am not interested that I am not lusty fellow. I am not a lusty fellow who wants to enjoy the daughter of this Brahmana. No. And that is not my intention. My intention of coming to you is let this elderly Brahmana's vow be protected. That is my only intention. Nothing else. मेरा और कोई intention नहीं. My dukkha is I am not able to keep up to his promise. Yes. See, he had no desire to enjoy material happiness and sense gratification. That is not the reason he went all the way to Vrindavan. Arey mere ko ladki chahiye. He didn't want the older Brahmana to incur spiritual blemish. So his intention is very clear. So young Brahmana is pure Vaishnava and had no desire for sense gratification. He only wanted to serve the Supreme Lord and told the Brahmana was Vaishnava and very much devoted. दोनों की सेवा कर दी थी. एत जानी तुम्ही साक्षी देह दयामय जान साक्षी नाही रे कार पाप हय. See, so for this reason we request you that you please come as Sakshi, come as the witness, O Dayamay. Jani Sakshi nahi diya, Tarap Papoy. If you don't come as Sakshi, then it will be a great sin will happen. That Brahmana's promise will be destroyed. Prabhupada makes a very beautiful statement. The dealing between devotee and Lord are very simple. The young Brahmana said to the Lord, you know everything. And if you do not bear witness, you will be involved in sinful acts. Yes. So there is no possibility of Lord being involved in sinful activities. Name karmani limpante, name karma phalaspraha. Krishna says very clearly, no, I am not take part in any kind of activities. So he knows everything, but still, a devotee is very simple and open. Yes. All these things happen because there is a connection between the Lord and his devotee. Yes. There's a connection between Lord and his devotee. That is where all these things happen. कृष्ण कहे विप्र तुम्ही आह स्वभवने सभा करी मोरे तुम्ही करी स्मरणे. So he said, Krishna told Vipra, Brahmana, तुम्ही आह स्वभवने, please go back to your home and sabha kari, call the sabha and more तुम्ही करी स्मरण, and that day we remember me. Call for the sabha and remember. That's it. Don't do anything else. So he spoke like this. Who? Krishna. आविर्भाव हय अमी ताहा साक्षी दीवा तबै दुई विप्रेर सत्य प्रतिज्ञा राखीवा. So he's telling that time I'll appear. मैं आऊंगा वहां पे साक्षी दूंगा और आप दोनों के प्रतिज्ञा और धर्म को I will save, I will protect. विप्र बोले यदि हो चतुर्भुजा मूर्ति तबु तो तुम्हारा वाक्य करुणा हवे प्रतीति. Brahmana said, even if you come in 400 form, that time nobody will accept your words. Why is that? Ei मूर्ति किया यदि ei श्रीवदने साक्षी देगा यदि तब ये सर्वलोक सुने. In this form यही डीटी चाहिए मुझे. और कोई भी डीटी लेके आओ, अगर आप 4 फॉर्म में भी आते हैं, प्रकट होते, तब भी कोई बिलीव नहीं करेगा. Nobody gonna believe. You have to come in this same form because witness is you, not somebody else, not some other deity or not some other murti. आपको ही आना है. You only have to come personally. That is the only condition for living in marriage. So because elder Brahmana will say, oh, Narayan came and gave witness, appeared. I told what is written. हाँ, गोपाल आके बोलेंगे तब दूंगा. गोपाल आया नहीं आया तो नहीं दूंगा. So they will speak like that. You are the Sakshi, right? Not Narayan. You are the Sakshi. So the Sakshi उसी को आना है. कृष्ण का है प्रतिमा चले कथा न सुनी विप्र बोले प्रतिमा नाया कहा कहने वाणी. So Krishna asked a simple thing. How have you ever heard a deity walking? Brahmana said, have you heard a deity talking? He caught Krishna. Hey, that is why a devotee is more intelligent than the Lord. My Lord's mercy only. Lord is asking, hey, have you ever heard a deity walking? He's asking, have you ever heard a deity talking? If you can talk, you can also walk. So now walk your talk. Last verse for today. प्रतिमा नाही तुम्ही साक्षात व्रजेंद्र नंदन विप्रलागी तर तुम्ही कार्य कारण. Amazing. See, this is the beautiful sloka, very beautiful sloka. Pratima nahi tumi. You are not a simple statue made of stone. No. Pratima nahi tumi. Sakshat Prajendra Nandan. You are actually Krishna. So this is called complete faith in the deity form of Lord. And when this connection is there, we can also talk to Krishna. And Krishna will walk and come for us also. He will come. Vipralagi kara tumi akarya karan. For the sake of a Brahmana, you will do those things which you have never done before. Akaryakar. You will do that things which you have never done. So it's never before that a deity has walked. And you are going to do it for the sake of your devotees. Because you are not a deity, you are Sakshat Rajendra Nandan. You are not a statue. Pratima nahi tumi Sakshat Rajendra Nandan. Brahmana lage tumi kare akarana karan. Something that is not done, you will do it. So this is an amazing section where we see multiple themes. We saw how much faith a devotee has in the personal presence of the Supreme Lord. I am serving a person. And how a devotee is so simple-hearted to be very open and speak to the Lord. He's just openly speaking to the Lord. Just talking to him. So that's something very beautiful. Amazing. So it's very important that we serve the Lord in this form. A simple service offered to the Lord in this form definitely will enable us to realize that He is a person after all and not a statue. Thank you very much. जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी पाद की जय, श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.